Welcome back to Starlit News, where we bring you the real story behind America's biggest celebrity headlines. Today, we're diving deep into part 2 of the YNW Melly case, an ongoing saga that continues to send shockwaves through the U.S. hip-hop scene and raises profound questions about fame, justice, and accountability. As Jamel Maurice Demons, known to the world as YNW Melly, remains behind bars facing double homicide charges, his legal battle has reached what many experts are calling a pivotal make-or-break moment. After the initial trial ended in a mistrial, failing to secure a unanimous verdict, the prosecution has returned with a vengeance. They've completely restructured their strategy, building a new, more aggressive narrative centered on digital footprints, vehicle movements, and Melly's behavior immediately following the incident. Recent court developments reveal that investigators are now intensely focused on cell phone tower data. They claim this data shows that Melly's movements on that tragic night starkly contradict the story he initially gave to law enforcement. Prosecutors are arguing that this digital trail, when combined with the ballistic evidence, paints a clearer picture of the events than ever before. However, the defense is pushing back hard. They maintain that the prosecution's case is still largely circumstantial and riddled with flaws. A key point they repeatedly emphasize is that no murder weapon has ever been recovered. Furthermore, there is no direct eyewitness testimony that definitively places Melly as the one who pulled the trigger. This fundamental disagreement over the evidence is at the very heart of this renewed legal clash. As these arguments play out in court, the emotional toll of the case continues to mount. The families of the victims, Anthony Williams, known as YNW Sackesser, and Christopher Thomas Jr., known as YNW Juvie, are a constant presence at the hearings. Their quest for justice and closure adds an undeniable layer of human tragedy and intense pressure to the already charged courtroom atmosphere. They are a somber reminder of what is truly at stake. Beyond the legal arguments and celebrity status, outside the courthouse walls, public opinion is a raging fire, sharply divided. On one side, you have legions of fans flooding social media with hashtags like #FreeYNW, steadfast in their belief of his innocence. They argue he's a victim of a flawed system targeting a young, successful artist. On the other side, a vocal majority insists that celebrity status should never be a shield from the law. They believe that justice must be served, regardless of fame or fortune. This public debate highlights a growing tension in our culture about how we view celebrities accused of serious crimes. In a truly fascinating twist, despite his incarceration and the gravity of the charges against him, YNW Melly's music career is not just surviving, it's thriving. His songs are racking up millions of streams every single month. This phenomenon, where controversial figures gain even more public attention and commercial success during legal turmoil, is something we're seeing more and more in the digital age. It speaks volumes about our society's fascination with high-stakes drama and the complicated relationship between an artist's personal life and their public work. Industry insiders are watching this case with bated breath. They say its outcome could fundamentally redefine how record labels and the wider music industry handle artists who face serious criminal allegations, especially now that streaming numbers can explode overnight based on headlines alone. The old rulebook is being thrown out, and this case could write the new one. Perhaps one of the most shocking developments discussed by legal analysts is the sheer timeline of this case. The possibility that the legal proceedings could extend even further into the future is becoming a reality. The court has already had to postpone major hearings multiple times, citing the massive volume of evidence that both sides need to review and process. With the next critical phase of the trial now expected to move toward mid-2026, it raises serious questions about the nature of our justice system. How long can justice realistically be delayed before it starts to feel like justice denied? Legal experts explain that these kinds of prolonged, drawn-out trials often test the patience of juries and can erode public trust in the entire legal system. Every motion, every delay, and every legal maneuver from this point forward becomes absolutely crucial. For YNW Melly himself, the stakes could not be higher. His entire future hangs in the balance. A conviction would almost certainly mean a life sentence behind bars, ending his career and freedom forever. On the other hand, an acquittal would mark one of the most dramatic and talked about comebacks in the history of modern music. It's a true all-or-nothing scenario, and the world is watching to see which way the scales of justice will tip. Here at Starlit News, we are committed to one thing: separating the hard courtroom facts from the swirling internet rumors. We believe that in the American justice system, verdicts should be decided by evidence, not by viral opinions or social media trends. As this complex and compelling case continues to unfold, we promise to bring you every verified update, every significant legal shift, and every confirmed development. Thank you for joining us. Stay with Starlit News, where truth always comes before hype, and every story is followed through to its final chapter. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any updates on this case and many others. We'll see you in the next video.